Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Anaheim Ducks jacket and a red velvet t-shirt. As you see in the background, I have Bay from Nmixx because this is season 12. And season 12 was called the season of Bay. I stopped using her picture like, 40 shows ago, just because I just stopped. But I figured this show I'll put her picture up because we don't have that many shows left this season because there's 60 shows in a season. And I know you've seen other seasons where there's a lot more than 60 or there's a lot less than 60, but the ones with a lot less, it's because YouTube deleted my videos or took some videos down. And the reason why there's more videos in some seasons is just because I just didn't end the season. But anyway, I saw I saw something that just made me think. I saw a tourist ad for Jerusalem. You know, the place that is neighbors with the terrorist state. Why would you want to visit Jerusalem when they live next to a place that hates them and, launches missiles at them and, randomly attacks them, randomly invades, randomly takes hostages, the whole deal. And, they kill the men and make the women sex slaves. When I think of Israel, I think of all the interviews I've seen from the release hostages, and it's all the same thing. It's like, yeah, they killed the men, they raped the women. They gave me a cup of water a day to live. Like, why would you want to visit a place that lives next to that? It doesn't make sense. And I don't know why you would have an advertising campaign right now to visit that place. Because, like, the only thing I think of when I think of Israel is war. So who in their right mind's going to go? I mean, there's literally still hostages being held over there. It's kind of a hotbed. You know, you got people talking about World War III, but you're trying to get tourists. You got to be a dumbass to go to Israel right now, and you got to be a dumbass to stay there. So either like the only way I would visit Israel is if they turned the Gaza Strip to glass. Like, I'm talking wipe out everyone. Because if they don't, you just give it another, 5 years, 10 years. They're going to do it again. And we're going to have the same bullshit again. So you either fix the problem now, like literally turn that place to glass, then have your tourist commercials. Then do your tourist advertisements. Because no one in their right mind's going to go. I'll tell you who'll go. A woke leftist. And once again, I said no one in their right mind would go. Because a woke leftist is not in their right mind. Yeah, so, and then also, you got to scrub the internet of all those interviews of the released hostages and all those interviews of people who were there that day, because that's what everyone thinks about now. You're gonna, think about the people who escaped burning buildings, and then when they ran outside, they saw all their neighbors dead on the ground because they got shot. Like, that's the last interview or like news I saw about Israel. It was like some guy talking about, like he like locked himself in his house. They set his house on fire. So he had to run outside. He ran outside. All of his neighbors were on the ground shot. And then, hey, 5 minutes later, you get a commercial. Come to Israel. No thanks. No thanks. I have no desire to visit that place. You know, and you can say it's safe, but how safe is it when you have this? I don't know. Put it this way, it's the last place I would ever want to visit. And I live in America, and I'm not one of those people who think America sucks. Our government sucks, but every government sucks. Our government lies to us, but every government lies. You know, supposedly the government's supposed to work for the people, but it doesn't. The people aren't in charge. So that's like every government. Okay. We kind of have free speech here, but they're trying to take it away. But it's freer than other places, which doesn't mean it's good, but at least it's freer than other places. But the pendulum's going to swing. It's going to swing back. But yeah, so this is what Israel has to do. They got to scrub the internet of all that bad press. Okay, so you got to get rid of every single video from like all these independent news organizations, every single major, like legacy media organization. You also need time to go by. You need like 5 or 6 years to go by where there is no terrorist act happening in your country. Because remember, like, it's a small place. It's a very small landmass. Okay, so once you have like 5 or 6 years of peace, you scour the internet, get rid of all of this, and if you want to call it propaganda, call it propaganda. You have to get rid of all the images and interviews of people just crying and just saying how horrible things are. Then then start your tourist ads. Hey, come on over. No one's been kidnapped today. No one's been shot. It makes no sense. It's like it'd be like it'd be like you're selling a house, but the house is currently on fire. But you're like, come on, it's a deal. No, I'm gonna wait for the fire to go out. I'm gonna wait for you to rebuild the house. I'm gonna, wait to make sure it passes all the inspections, make sure it's safe. Then I'll think about the house. Then I'll visit the house. I'll check the house out, you know? So I don't know. So either it's just because YouTube is bad with ads, because this was a YouTube ad. So either it's like a holdover from like just ads that were already purchased, which I doubt it though. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, the real reason why I came on here, I wanted to talk about Caitlin Clark, the basketball player, who went number one. I believe she's on Indiana. I don't care. But anyway, Caitlin Clark is doing something amazing. She's actually making people care about the WNBA. Okay, so we can't take that away from her. Like, I think for the team she plays, I think it's Indiana. I think they averaged like, and I'm gonna be wrong, between like 4,000 and 7,000 people, something like that. But now there's like 13,000 people buying tickets. Like every place she plays, like the attendance has gone up about 2.5 times as normal. So like places that average 4,000 are getting 13,000, which is insane. But anyway, I heard someone say, I've heard several people in the media talk about Caitlin Clark, and do you know how they described her? You know, blah 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 blah, talented, blah blah blah. She's changing everything. Beautiful young lady. And so, I don't know if they're trying to make her a sex symbol, but this is Caitlin Clark when she was a Hawkeye, just like last year. Okay, so this is Caitlin Clark, best women's basketball player, and when I say best, uh, I mean the best because she puts butts in the seat. So you can try to argue, yeah, but someone else can dribble better, someone else can shoot better, blah blah blah. Guess what? No one's going to see that person play. So Caitlin Clark is the best. But the person drafted number 2 this year, Cameron Brink, she's on the LA Sparks now. This is a much better looking woman. So if you're going to call Caitlin Clark pretty, then what's this? Come on. We got to stop throwing around compliments, okay? Number one draft pack. Number one draft pick. Great. Cute. Stop lying. Number 2 draft pick. That's a hottie. Okay? Now this is, I couldn't find a picture of Cameron Brink just like this. Like Caitlin Clark, she's in her school uni. I couldn't find an exact picture of her like that, but this is the equivalent. She's just wearing a sweatshirt. Okay. They both know they're being photographed. I'm pretty sure she combed her hair twice. Good job, Caitlin. Average looking girl at best. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 4. This is a 6, right? A 6. Okay, moving on. This is a, I want to call it a glamour shot of Caitlin Clark. So this is her trying her best to be good looking. So to the people who describe Caitlin as talented, you're right. But if you're describing her as good looking, you got to stop. Now let's move on to Cameron Brink, the number 2 pick. It's a big difference. Both of these are the equivalently the same. She knows she's taking this picture on purpose, and she's trying her best to be dolled up. This is same thing. She knows she's posing for this pic. This is on purpose. So she's trying her best to be pretty. Okay, these are both the equivalent of Instagram pics, basically. Try hard pics. No. Yes. Okay. You're telling me that the number 1 pick is a beautiful young lady? Then what is the number 2 pick? Okay? To all the people calling Caitlin Clark cute, beautiful, then what is Cameron Brink? Let's do another pick. It's the best one I could find. Caitlin Clark, red carpet. Okay? Looks like the lead singer of the Cars. Cameron Brink at the red carpet. Looks like Cameron Diaz, but better looking. There's a big difference. Lead singer of the Cars, movie star chick. Okay? You can't be calling words have meaning. And over the past, I think since 2014, as a country, as a society, we have just decided that words can mean anything we want. You know, somehow, like being a guy who puts on a wig and wears lipstick, all of a sudden that means you're a woman. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's that mentality that makes people say that this is pretty, but then don't say a word about this. How many times have I heard Caitlin Clark be described as beautiful, pretty, lovely? She has a great personality. She comes off as very nice, very talented. 6 feet tall, skinny, like athletic, like it's attractive to be athletic, okay? But this is a butterface. You know what I'm saying? But her face. Everything but her face. Butterface. This is a step up. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna call Caitlin Clark beautiful, attractive young lady, then you're gonna have to call Cameron Brink perfect. Okay? If you're gonna call a solid, what? Let's just be generous, 5. If you're gonna call a 5, if you're gonna give a 5 the accolades that you would give, an 8, then you have to call her the best looking chick on the planet. Okay? Number 1 draft pick. Number 2 draft pick. I'm picking number 2. Just saying, okay? If you're going to do a fashion show, are you picking this girl or are you picking this girl? People, words have meanings. I know the past couple of years we have changed it, or the government has just changed the definition of words. Like for example, the word vaccine. The vaccine use the word vaccine used to mean it cures and prevents. Like for example, I took the polio vaccine, and I took the polio vaccine when I was a kid because it prevents me from getting polio, because that's what vaccines do. But we changed the definition of vaccine. just just another example of how when words lose their meaning, it just messes things up. So I just want to say that Caitlin Clark, great player, average looks. So I will not describe Caitlin Clark as a beautiful young lady. I will describe her as a talented young lady, and that's about it. Cameron Brink, I will describe as good looking, cute, whatever, hottie, lead singer of the Cars, blonde bombshell. Anyway, I've said enough. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later. Peace.